What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. So I wanted to go over my small account challenge and what I did with NIO. So I want to go over all the things that you need to know, but first make sure to hit that thumbs up. And with that, let's get right to it. So in case you did miss it, the broader market sucked today. So a lot of the broader indexes all did go down. Even in NIO's case, it did get hit quite hard. So I'll go over that. But starting off, this is my account. So sitting at $1,164. So this is my small account challenge. So for those of you that are new to this, I wanted to do more of a realistic type of challenge, only because you see a lot of people out there with high dollar value portfolios, and it's not really realistic to the new type of investor. So I wanted to start off with $1,000 and kind of move from there. And so doing fairly well. Since my last video, I did sell one stock, and that was Opendoor. So I sold my 50 shares of Opendoor at a price of $6.51. And given the fact that it is right now at $5.86, I think I did fairly well. Who knows, it could still kind of break out from here. But I didn't really catch the top exactly, but I'm still happy with the return I did get. But I did use those proceeds along with the leftover cash that I did have available, and I bought NIO. So as you can kind of see, I did buy 90 shares of NIO at a price of $5.69. And so that brings my grand total to 190 shares, average of $6.09. I did sell one covered call, $7 strike price for October the 17th. And so far I'm up 65.47%, most likely, given the circumstances, that might expire worthless. So that's going to be a pretty good thing for me at least. But aside from that though, I'm pretty happy with NIO. I'm down with my most recent purchase included, down 6.08%. And that works out to be $70. So not all that great, but I do believe with the recent announcement with NIO that big things are coming. So quickly going back over here, for those of you that have been watching my videos, I've been stating time and time again that the gap needed to be filled. And ultimately today's push lower, which was unfortunate, but that gap did get filled. So right now, on a side note, it is below that 10-day moving average. So kind of showing more of a slowing momentum. But aside from that, it's still above all the key pivotal moving averages. So the 50, 100, and 200-day moving averages that I generally like to look at. Stochastic RSI, because of the recent volatility, you see it very oversold. So potentially them putting out a good piece of news or something will cause some nice level of buying. And again, the fact that this gap did get filled, in my opinion, is pretty optimistic. As far as the flow for today, you did see a lot of algorithmic trading, and that's under this column right here. So a lot of the smaller transactions. And in case you did miss what caused it to go down 8.92% today, was this. So them proposing 182 million share issuance. So not the best. And plus there's an extension for 30 days for another, I think it was like 21.2 million. So again, not necessarily the best. As far as the low today, it did hit a low of $5.60. So hats off to those individuals that did catch that bottom. But I'm pretty happy with my purchase at that $5.69. And I think generally speaking, even if it does consolidate a little bit more, I still feel like there is some good upside. And most likely with the new issuance, there will be some new analyst ratings that do come out. So far, nothing today. So the last one that did come out was on September the 4th. And on a side note, all of this information is completely free through MooMoo. And this is why I like to use their platform, because it kind of gives you a lot of information such as analyst ratings. And if you wanted the actual reports itself, so normally a lot of things that you have to pay for, but with MooMoo, it is completely free. And if you want, you can always sign up, look at a lot of my trades by clicking on that link and signing up. Plus, they also do have a pretty good promotion right now, where if you deposit $100, it gives you $50 back in a cash coupon. So a pretty good deal. And there's other things as well if you deposit a little bit more, but I think this $100 deal is a good bang for your buck. So definitely take advantage of that. Link in the description below and also the comments. And as I've alluded to in the past, one very positive thing about MooMoo is that they have algorithmic trading. So definitely take advantage and do all that. But aside from that though, even looking at the options, some of the unusual ones, you are actually seeing a lot of bullishness. So this is all the unusual activity for today. A couple bearish options. Some of these, of course, just based on the timestamp, could be just multi-leg transactions. Actually, to be fully honest, it looks like most of them are, with the exception of this one right here. So it looks like a 550 put was sold, and it looks like for 16 days out, so September 26, 2025. So some individuals, again, are playing a lot of options. So if you don't know options, highly suggest in researching them. One thing I really do like about MooMoo, on a side note, it's very easy. So if you are, let's say, a newer trader or investor and you don't know options, all you have to do is click on the strategy builder. It makes things very easy. So for instance, if you are, let's say, bullish or bearish, doesn't really matter, but let's say you're bullish and you feel it's going to go to, let's say, $7 by February. It gives you the potentials that you can do. Of course, you can always just manually do it, but let's say you want to do a long call spread, that will give you a return on risk 222.58%. So makes things extremely easy. And again, for those of you that follow my channel, I have quite a few different accounts with different brokers, and I can single-handedly tell you that no other broker has anything like this. That is free. So again, definitely take advantage. If you are a new investor, sign up for MooMoo, has a lot of good information. But yeah, what's your viewpoints, for instance, on my transactions selling Opendoor and buying NIO? Do you think I made the right decision? Do you think it's going to consolidate a little bit more? What is your kind of viewpoint on that? Don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. I always greatly appreciate that. And like I said, take advantage, sign up for this deal while you can and while it lasts. So link to that is in the description below and also the comments. With all that said, appreciate all of you watching.